Okay, so today we're going to be working on let's start again. Hello, today we're going to be working on our Chapter 2 mid-chapter check. This is on page 140 of your book. We're going to go over the answers together, and you're going to show me all the work. I'll do it with you, but you're going to show me the work. So number 1, it says define multiplicative inverse and give an example and is multiplicative inverse. The definition of a multiplicative inverse, in simple terms, is the reciprocal of a fraction. The reciprocal of a fraction. And an example would be 2/5 and 5/2. Fill in the blank. The first step in solving the equation. So remember, we do the order of operations backward, in which case addition would be last in the order of operations, but it's first in solving. So you are going to subtract 4 from each side. This is an example of the subtraction property of equality. All right, moving on. Number 3, you have 2/3 x minus equals -8. So 2/3 x equals -8. The multiplicative inverse of 2/3 is 3/2. So you're going to multiply each side by 3/2. Why did we do this? Because 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. And then you have -24/2. 6/6 equals 1. So this would be 1x. That's what we want. We want to know the value of 1x. 24 divided by 2 is 12. And a negative divided by a positive is a negative. And that would be number 3. Number 4, you have -4.5 equals -0.15p. You're going to use 9 little words. The 9 little words, you've got to remember these 9 little words. So 9 little words. Divide by the number in front of the letter. These 9 little words, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be the last thing you do in about 90% of your problems. All right? So the number in front of the letter is -0.15. You're going to divide both sides by -0.15. This equals 1, so we're left with p. Now here, you've got a negative divided by a negative. That makes it positive. So we know our answer is going to be positive. We can put that down and just forget it. You have to move the decimal 1, 2 places. So that means you have to move the decimal 1, 2 places. So what you have is 450 divided by 15. 45 divided by 15 is 3, and 0 divided by 15 is 0, so your answer is 30. Moving on. Number 5. I know I'm going quick, but that's because you're supposed to have done these. 2 1/3 C equals 2 1/10. To do this problem, we're going to have to make improper fractions. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So this is 7/3c. 2 times 10 is 20, plus 1 is 21, and your denominator is 10. The multiplicative inverse is 3/7. Again, this is going to cancel and leave c. Over here, you have 21. 21 is 7 times 3, and then you have the 3. So all I've done is factor the numerator, okay? On the bottom, you have 7 times 10. I didn't break up the 10 because there's no 2 or 5. The 7s are going to cancel. 3 times 3 is 9, and you have 10 on bottom, and that's your answer. Now, if you want to multiply 21 times 3 and 7 times 10 and then divide those numbers, go ahead. I find it's easier if you reduce before you start. Okay? Number 6. You have 3m plus 5 equals 14. Box your variable, a line through here. Now, here's my box. I have to get rid of the number that's with it. So how do I get rid of a plus 5? I put a minus 5 or a negative 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. That just leaves me with my variable. 14 minus 5 is 9. And now my 9 little words come back. Divide by the number in front of the letter. And m equals 3. Again, I'm going quickly. You'll notice we're doing the same steps over and over again. So once you get the rhythm, once you figure out the steps, everything else just falls in. It's just changing numbers. The steps do not change. Number 7. You have negative 2k plus 7 equals negative 3. Box the variable, put up a fence. Again, the opposite of positive 7 is negative 7. Negative and a negative we're going to add together and keep the sign. 9 little words, divide by the number in front of the letter. The number in front of the letter is negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1, so it cancels out, and k equals. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay. Number 8. You have 11 equals 1/3 a plus 2. Now, I like to have the variable on the other side, so I'm going to rewrite this equation. I haven't changed anything, I've just reordered it. So now I'm going to put a box around here, and I'm right back to where I was before. I have plus 2, so I'm going to put minus 2. So I have 1a over 3 equals 9, because 1 times a is a, and 3 times 1 is 3. So I could do this. Why would I do this? Because now I know I'm going to divide. I'm dividing by 3, so I'm going to multiply by 3. Had you flipped this over, you still would have gotten 3. Either way you look at it. Okay, now the last problem. It's a picture. They've given you a problem that looks like this. You have 2w plus 3 and w. And they tell you they want to know what the area is. So the area equals. Well, in order to get the area, we were told that the perimeter equals 78 feet. Perimeter means you add all the way around. So this, we don't have all the numbers, so we have to put everything in here so we know what we're looking at. Sorry. So if this is 2w plus 3, then this is 2w plus 3. If this is w, this is w. So now we're going to count the w's. So we have 2 w's here, 3, 4, 5, 6 w's. We have 3 plus 3, which is 6, and we know it equals 78 feet. Problem looks exactly like every other problem we've already done. The opposite of positive 6 is negative 6. 9 little words, divide by the number in front of the letter. We're going to divide by 6, and w equals 6 goes into 7 one time with 1 left over. 6 goes into 12 2 times, And so we get an answer of 12. Now, that's not our answer. Remember, area equals length times width. So we have to get the length and the width. We know W is 12. And this is going to be 2W plus 3. 2 times 12 is 24 plus 3 equals 27. So this is 27. So the area is going to be 27 times 12. Area equals 27 times 12. And if we get our calculator out, because that's what you're going to do, you're going to take 27 times 12. Whoops, that's not right. 27 times 12, and you're going to get 324. So the area equals 324 square feet. And that's the final answer. You have to draw all this for the? Yes, you're going to show me all of your work. Okay, so those are the 9 problems that you were supposed to do on page 140. I hope this helps. Okay, bye.